Generic greetings and welcome back once again to Prison Architect, where the danger level was increasing somewhat and probably still will be because Paul Ashby, for whatever reason, is not serving any punishments. They were just a second ago in that cell for 8 hours and danger level was flying up, and now they're not. Something funky's going on here. Anyway, in the previous episode, we did a fair bit of change over on this administration block, which is obviously, well, was originally far too small, which is why we expanded it. I can still expand it down here, so don't worry. I know there's a couple of people that were concerned that this is just sort of redundant because, well, why do you want to patrol here? Well, I think it's just, we just haven't built it, that's all. I mean, if we don't want to go to this far, we can easily put another bit of building in and do something with it, but we don't really need that for now, and if I do put something there, I don't know what it could be. But anyway, I digress. We also fixed the canteen. As you can see, it is now much bigger and hopefully much better, which also, it does actually still have the correct designation, which I am happy with. And we did the same thing over here with the common room and other things, which these cells almost certainly won't have the right designation on, and they do. So I'm obviously talking massive amounts of plus 10 generic units of excrement. Right, okay, so let's get the common room up and running. So it means a lot of things, really. So I'm going to place... I could actually have pharmacological treatment to drug addiction if I wanted to, because I'll put a little infirmary in, but that's not going to happen. What I am going to do, however, is put in pool tables and televisions, and there's more gang fights over here. And yep, this just generally is the way forward. 2 of them have not surrendered, so that's probably not going to go well for them. They've taken a baton, and they've taken some buckshot as well. There you go. It's amazing just how many deaths we are getting. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go over to our grants and increase the amount of loans we have, because I'm going to go for legal prep. Every prison runs into problems every now and then, and some of them come with fairly big legal consequences. Your lawyer will start the paperwork to help keep the heat off you should something go wrong, but this needs to be done in advance. So we'll get that done shortly, well, in 72 hours. So there we go. Right, so the common room, this is going to be multiple things. So we're going to have some weights, we're going to have some televisions, pool tables, and prayer mats. So there we go. We will have weights benches along there. That should be fine. We'll have prayer mats for people like to... So it's people who like to pray at, pray at church, or go to church, and then people who go to the Iron Church, whatever you want to do. We want pool tables. We will have 2 pool tables. We could just put them in the corner like that if we really wanted to, and we probably are. And then we will put some... Actually, if I do that, even though they're stuck in the corner, just we can fit a couple more things in. So it would be chairs like that. We'll have a TV in there. And then this is going to be much better for our needs. What we're also going to do is have a metal detector. Now here's the thing. Metal detector, we do scan them when they come in. But there's a weak spot with this thing. Stuff can easily be smuggled into the kitchen, but I don't think it can be smuggled into here. But they can take cutlery from here out to their cells. That's a problem. Similarly, if we have this as a workshop, they can bring tools through. Now, I don't mind them taking tools into the common room. There's nothing they can do with tools in the common room. But back in here, that's a problem. So what I'm going to do is have a metal detector on there. I'm going to have a metal detector on there. And that should prevent the problems. And let's see if that's the case or not. So, just going to double check deployment. That's all fine. We have patrols going in and around. Mail room is, as far as I can tell, functioning. There was some talk last episode about me altering this morgue, basically removing it and placing it somewhere else, which is to be confirmed. Probably here. I'll probably make this another building and have that as the morgue, which would make sense. And doing that will allow me to have the morgue over there, or maybe even the library over there, to be honest with you, and then change things around. So I'm going to do just that. So building brick and this, which will not require an entrance once it's done, but the problem is that that'll be a brick wall and this will be fence. Not good, is it? It's not great. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this will definitely have to be the morgue because of its sizing, because you need, I believe, a size of 5 by 5 minimum for the library, but I'll check that in a moment. We'll probably have to check that deployment. Yeah, deployment isn't good enough, and for a reason those are separate buildings, and I have no idea why. It just likes to do that at times. And let's just go over to rooms and to library, and the library definitely has a 5 by 5, which is just not good enough. So that's going to get deleterated. There we go. We will go to materials and to library. No, this is where the new area will go. I'm not going to place the fancy tiles in there because, quite frankly, they're too expensive. Actually, we don't want library yet. We want morgue slab, and they'll just go all the way along there like so. And then this. Oh darn it, I didn't remove these ones first. Oh well, we'll get rid of those then. Looks like they are going in there, and then are they bringing them back out? No, they're not. They're just gonna have to put them in storage. Damn it. We might have a use for them later on, but I doubt it. My mistake, my slip up. So library, we're gonna have in here. The floor really does want to be changed, but we're not changing it. I don't want to really have the money and receiving minus money now because of the loan that we got. We need to have some objects in here, so we'll have the library shelving, like so. That fits in quite well, doesn't it? So library shelf, and then was it a sorting table, a sorting desk? Yes, indeedy. So sorting desk, which can go. Actually, I like it in that corner there, and then the library shelf there. That seems to fit in very well. And deployment, as you can see, is all set correctly. Planning, we'll remove that planning there. That's fine. That's entrance there, that's good, and that's about right, and yeah, okay, fine. What I want to do as well, because I know there's been some mention of this, is we want to have a sprinkler system placed in here, because we currently haven't expanded it that way, and it would be prudent of us to do so. There we go, just in case we do have a power failure. We have had 4 generators in a row, but I don't think in one build. Sorry, we've had 4 generators before in the prison, just don't think in a row, so that's an interesting one. Right, so we have 187 maximum capacity here, with graded cells now, which is good. Are we getting some stuff dropped off over there? I don't think so. Mailroom, what I'm going to do is I'm going to change that over to protective custody, just so we can get some mail delivered in here. Our patrols are good in and around here, but the problem is that I don't think we have enough. Because it takes some time to go from there to there, we do have some guards missing. So I'm going to do that, and that should give us enough patrols around here. Not that we need massive amounts of patrols, you understand. In fact, what would probably be better is if I had another CCTV monitor and monitored this. Is that the way forward? It probably is. Monitoring this and all of this is where we have the patrols. Monitor there, monitor here, and then monitor any other external area. Yes, I think that's the way forward. So a CCTV monitor will be placed up here because I think, oh yeah, the bottom one there, this one down here will be for the cell block at the top. So we'll put that there. We'll also go to connections, and we want to connect up the phone taps. And what phone tap do we want? Probably this one here. So we're going to connect 1, 2, 3, 4. There's the phone taps there, because obviously we did remove those. We've got some money for prisoner intake, so we'll check out that now. So intelligence and informants. We can see we have a strong, fearless, and 2 unknowns, but currently not a big problem. There's a snitch, which I've obviously missed out, so I will end their punishment. I've recruit them as a confidential informant, but then I'll also change them to protective custody. Again, though, but because it is a... Oh, there's another snitch there as well. Oh, my. So we'll move these over again. Because these are in the low risk, they are, well, actually in a low risk area. It is low risk for them to be there. One may argue, and quite rightly so, I believe, that there's no risk of being in there. It doesn't really kick off at all. The one above that, not so much. You can hear the screams and cries from from very far away. Right, so we're going to have some CCTV monitors in and around here. I'm not going to place them in here just yet because I don't know what layout we're going to have, although to be fair, it's probably going to be acceptable of doing that, and that should be fine. We now have all of that done. You can see the light on there is blinking like a... well, it's like... Yes, that's definitely some sort of strobing effect going on that light, because every time there's a request they have to press the buttons. So they're basically playing track and field on this thing here, just absolutely smashing the buttons, open and close, open and close. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Let's go for connections, and we want to have a CCTV connection 1, 2, 3, and then 4. And then what we can do is alter our deployment for guard patrols rather, and have the guard patrols just go from the end. We'll just cancel the entire patrol, and then it's just the end to end like so, and then that should be fine. And then that's a good amount of walkway there. So that's sorted. We will have hopefully the mailroom working at some point. This says minimum size 5x5. It is 5x5. That is 5x5. It's not 5x5. Oh. Well, I thought it was. Obviously, I am incorrect in that assessment. That's a problem. Mailroom is 5x5 too. I thought that was 5. I guess I was looking at this size. Okay. Right. What is the solution then? The solution is that we can, because we don't really need access to this regularly, we could extend it there, extend it to there, have the horrible 4 wall and an entrance there. And then what we'll do is we'll remove that and have the entrance in here. It's a big compromise, but for the sake of trying it, I am going to do it. I'm going to cancel that actually, because I do need to just dismantle that, that, and that. Demolish all of those walls. And that wall there. And then dismantle that. It's just something we're trying. It might not work. I mean, this whole thing might not work anyway. Oh, and that's going to be annoying when you have the 4 walls together. So there we go. We'll have, I think, probably just some concrete tilage in there. And in here, we will have wooden flooring. Because it's a library, of course we have to have that. We'll have... Do we need to move these? I don't know. I mean, this might not even work, so there's only one way of finding out. Right. So... Library. Now a legitimate library. Okay, fine. It's annoying me that the door isn't there, but I'm not going to stress over it if it's not going to work. See, look, strangely, the mail, it's not being delivered. I wonder if it comes in at specific points. That would make a lot of sense. It would make a lot of sense. Right, so we want to get another grant done. And I guess the way forward is to go to rooms, dorm. Like that. and it requires bunk beds and toilets. So, I guess just... No. I was going to place bunk beds, but bunk beds wouldn't be worth it because they're 500 each and we'd never reuse them because this is the only place with a dormitory. The one up here is going to have beds, so I'm just going to place beds like that all the way along because these will be reused, you see. Let's just see what that does. We're still in the tank when it comes to the daily cash flow, so it's still a bit of a nightmare and a bit of a problem, but no, we'll see what happens. We can always take more loans out and just survive this month. That'll be fine. No, that's not how it works. Today's beverage is green tea, by the way. So, that's getting done. They're almost done there. And there's the grand completion. Wow, okay. I'll cancel all those toilets then. We can now see we got cell block E, and that rhymes. And that's also flashing a lot. So, we can dismantle all of these and that, and then remove that room. And instead, assign it as workshop. And there you go. So, raise capacity to 500. We're not going to be doing that. But we do need to get the workshop up and running. So let's see, what sort of workshop do we want? Well, this is already oversized, and I'm very, very well aware that that is the case. However, what sort of size do I want to make this? Well, we know that the machines are 3, so let's work on the principle that they're going to go like that. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We could have then 3 here. 6, 7. Right. That already doesn't make sense because we haven't got the tables. So I don't want to place the tables. Tables are 4. Well, we could place 20 there and 20 there. That will work. Let's go to objects rather than that one. So 20 there and 20 there. That's fine. And then we'll have, say, the saws like this maybe. 2, 4, 6. So there's 12 saws, or 12 presses rather. Then we'll have a gap and have 12 saws like so. And then this is where we can have the carpentry tables. I don't know if I'm going to have carpentry tables, but we could have them. And then 4 and 4 there for the tables there. That is fine. Exactly what we're going to go with. So, we need workshop saw. Oh, here we go again. And some presses. And the tables, which I will just place the tables along like so. And now I'll have a look and see what's happening. Power's fine. So it's kicking off once again in here. Instigation, I'm guessing, yeah, look, Ashby. Destruction and attack staff, and because he did that, everybody else is kicking off. That's what I mentioned a couple of episodes ago about, technically he can be hit by collateral damage, but it's normally, well, it's certainly not when there's been orders to take the yard or anything like that. But danger level's going to fly up now because of the punishments being handed out to him. And I've just checked the giver insert generic insult meter here, and it's on 0. So that's good. Right, so the mailroom is doing nothing. Doing nothing. Oh, that isn't morgue. It's not set as a morgue. A margue. There we go. The mailroom ain't doing out. Let's change the deployment to these to be minsec, and let's see what happens, shall we? Absolutely nothing. The books are unsorted, and I don't know if they are going to be unsorted. Are ever going to be sorted, rather. And oh dear. Good. Glad it did that. Right, so we'll have this once again as access only. We only want them going in there when they really require access to that. Because otherwise they'll be nicking loads of tools. Not that I care too much because, as you've seen, what would be most efficient? That would be most efficient. As you've already seen, we've got a metal detector there, so I really just don't care too much. So, we've got several families awaiting to visit in the morn. We have to produce 10 license... Oh. Well, that happened. They have successfully tunneled out. Search toilets. It's too late, but I'm going to have to do it. That is a problem. And hang on, they have not been detected in there. Right. There's all the dummy heads, look. See that? All the dummy heads? Even though we've got patrols in here watching them, doesn't seem to be any effect. Well, the best thing to do then is just to remove that tunnel. As soon as that tunnel's removed... we're fine. We're going to get a call now because there's been so many people escape. And that could be game if it happens again shortly. Wow, I don't think I've ever had that amount of escape. With the dogs patrolling... Let me just double check. Dog patrols are set to go around there. There's guards in there, guards out there. The only thing we haven't got is dogs around here. I would have thought that would have been pretty safe. I haven't done a shakedown on the night for a while, but it's only been about 4 or 5 in-game days since the last shakedown. Well, there's the tunnel. Let's see where this was from. I knew it was from the dormitory. I just didn't expect it. I just honestly didn't expect it to get that far in that amount of time. And with the dog patrols, I've either missed it, which is a high possibility of being focusing heavily on this area. So, the advantage, I guess, is that I'm going to get a lot of prisoners turn up. We need to remove that, though. And they're not going to do it in time, which is... Oh, no, I think we might have done it in time. No, they didn't do it in time. Great. So that's a new one. There's our big escape. That is the great escape, basically. Let's go to our intelligence and informants. We can see we've got an instigator there and some unknown traits. There's next law enforcement that have snuck in. I think it's them. No. No, hang on. Them. Colin North where? Protective custody. There we go. I'm just having a quick look there. Skim across. Can't see anyone's there. Okay. Right, so that's altered the time frame somewhat. Look at the minuses there. That's altered the time frame somewhat. I'm now going to have to put a wall across. The dogs didn't detect it, and that was the problem. That the dogs have been patrolling around here. No, they've patrolled around there, and I've probably just missed it. It's probably just my fault that I've just missed it. Okay, the short-term solution is, because they've tunneled right under, we can either put perimeter wall across here, which is a lot of money. But it's not. It's going to be money well spent, putting a perimeter wall across here. And we'll put dogs. And that should hopefully give us enough time. But the problem with that, if we put a perimeter wall across here, the game might decide that the best thing to do would be to tunnel right further down here and then straight across. So our dog patrols would have to be extended. But it means it gives us more time. If nothing else, we have to go to concrete tiles and we have to set a patrol, or we have to set some tiling up so we can patrol here. So I want patrols there. Darn it. So patrol will be about that. Although we'll go further down because we're going to search a bit either side. I'm not too bothered about this bit because it's probably going to take them quite a while to tunnel around. They're not going to tunnel up and across and all that sort of thing. Probably. And the warden's giving us a call. And looks like we have subsidence and the fence has been taken down. That's why they escaped. That's what it was. Right. See, when the when the board comes and when all the governor comes in and asks us why we've just lost 30-odd prisoners, we say, well, obviously there was subsidence. Act of God, act of generic deity. That's what it was. We're not going to get away with that. There's no video evidence. Oh, wait. Anyway, we're doing that wall. At least we've ordered the wall to be done. Now it's done. Right, so that's it up there. We're going to go to deployment, guard patrols, actually dog patrol technically. And there we go. We'll set up a dog patrol, which may or may not work. We've got a dog patrol, and we'll see what happens there. Right, so we want to set up a program. I want to go to this thing first. Are they getting sorted, these books? No, and mail doesn't seem to be coming in either. What if we have to... Oh, you know what we have to do? We might have to change it to staff only first. And then that brings stuff in, and then it gets sorted, and then it just might be a weird quirk. We'll see, we'll see. Anyway, we need to go over to our programs, and we need to get some workshop safety induction. And then we have to edit the schedule, and we see workshop safety is... Oh, it has actually set it correctly to protective custody. Who would have thought that it would have done that? Anyway, we also have a... You can see the laundry basket here. It is getting correctly distributed there. That's good. That's good. So we have some more Ds, but they are getting taken to the correct area. Yeah, that's daily cash flows. All kinds of bad. Valuation, look at that. So our valuation is minus 1,300,000. The deaths in custody is minus 100,000, but it's the escapes in the past 24 hours 33. 1,650,000 generic. Oh my, oh my. Yeah, that's just dandy. Right, we're gonna leave it there, cause next episode, what we need to do is do a security sweep of the prison. We don't have enough money, and we're not going to receive enough money, really, until we get... Really, I don't know how we're going to do this now. We need to build the other cell block, the high-risk one. But the problem with that is that we just don't have enough money, and I don't think we've got enough that we can take out. We can take out another 100,000 loan, but then we're going to receive a lot of negatives, and we've got 47,000 minus 6,000 a day, but that's going to be heavily offset by the time we receive another 39 minimum security prisoners and 2 normal, and that'll give us I think it's 60-70 grand to just build the foundations, and then the rest of the stuff is another same again. So we probably could do it, but I think we might be best to maybe, I don't know, is it best to do a security sweep and put a wall around here? Or do we expand? And the land as well. How much is the land going to cost? 45 grand. Okay, we'll see what happens next episode then. We're going to have to do a bit of... We're going to have a think about that one. Darn it, escape. Didn't expect that. Didn't expect that. Different at least. Every cloud and all that. Hey, we haven't seen that. That's such an escape like that. Damn subsidence. That's what we're blaming it on. Hope you have enjoyed the episode. Thanks very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.